What's up, everybody? Jesse Burdick here, powerwad.com and Morning After Mobility. We're up to episode 33. This is the pec smash with a ball and with the shoulder distraction. So what we need here is just a ball, a light band, and the biggest thing that's going to be different than everything else is we're going to need a little bit bigger of a rack system than some people may have access to. If you don't have a rig or you don't have kind of a rack with a long bar in the middle, two racks next to each other, you can experiment and try and figure it out. It's going to be something that it's going to be a little bit unique to this one. So this is going to be after for me, after kind of banging up my pec, benching a little bit, trying to take it easy, and also my shoulder is kind of cramped up or just kind of shoved up in here, my shoulder and my ear, so to speak. And I know that just a general amount of traction for me can really start to loosen up that shoulder for me. But I also just had a ton of just gross adhesions and just kind of some tears in here that I needed to break up. So this is something that I thought about a long time ago, and I thought, man, that'd be a really good idea. And it finally kind of re-popped into my head, and it was really, really effective. So we threw it up there, and some people really, really liked it. So we're gonna take our band, throw ourselves through it. We're gonna basically wrap ourselves around into the rack. And using the other side of the rack, pin our pec between the rack and ourselves. Okay? We're just going to go ahead and step through this way and go ahead and lean in. And as always, using the band, what we're trying to do here is relax and let that band do all the work. So once it's kind of got a little bit of a pull to it, you can kind of just turn our hand this way. You're not able to see it, but even just doing that sort of a motion is really grinding into my pec here a whole hell of a lot. Then we're going to go ahead and kind of pull it back a little bit, flex your shoulder blade, and then just kind of let it again sink in. And by doing that, it's really digging that ball deeper and deeper into our pec here and doing a really good job. Now that we've kind of gone through that, we're going to go ahead and just move our position on the ball a little bit, hit a different spot of the pec, let that shoulder relax again. Then we're going to start rotating our hand, dig it in, shoulder blade goes back, relax, shoulder blade goes back, let that band really do the work, and try and really sink that ball in. A lot of people forget about when they're doing their pec to get up high, kind of almost underneath that collarbone. That's where sternocleidomastoid, also pec minor live. And those are the ones that, for me, were doing the really jamming me up. So this helped a ton because they're pretty deep structures, and it's not something that you can usually just kind of jam into. You gotta almost have something jammed into it for you, for you to get the deep stretch that you want to. Turn in, move in. I kind of moved it up a little bit more right underneath my collarbone. And once you get comfortable with it, or once you're starting to go numb in this area, you probably got about another 30 seconds or so. You want to kind of grab on, and you can just kind of move around yourself. Leave the band where it is, hand where it is, and just try and move that ball. Remember, you're up against a rack, so you don't have a ton of space to move. But go ahead and just kind of rotate that ball around, dig on in, find some happy spots before your hand goes totally numb. And then it's time to kind of let it go. And then time to let it go, we're just going to drop the ball into our hand, step towards the middle, let it go. Just going to let that shake back out. It's a great way to involve the shoulder, to let that go, get the higher points here into the pec, getting away from our midline, away from sternum. You usually get just a whole bunch of your muscle just kind of bound up as it starts to pull underneath our deltoid here. So we have a lot of stringiness and a lot of just beef jerky that we can go ahead and kind of break up, and it really makes a huge difference in how your shoulder is going to move and kind of go from there. So involving this band really kind of takes away this part of your shoulder, opposed to trying to stretch like this, right? It's not going to get you a whole ton. If we get that to relax, now we get a nice ability to move, and then it's going to relax and allow that ball to go ahead and get deeper in there. So this is something that, we've been talking for, about 5 minutes here. I've been doing this for about 2.5. So 2.5 minute session, I mean, that's a significant amount here. So, starting with 2 and kind of working up from there is something easily done. It's also going to depend on, obviously how tight you are, but also how far away the positions that you have at your convenience. This is something that I know about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes is going to be enough for me, or until your hand goes numb. So the distance is going to depend on how long and also kind of how thick the band is that you have. This is a light band, again, kind of like a 1.5 inch, I guess, for those of people who don't understand the verbiage as light band. And again, this is something after pressing or something, any sort of overhead squats, etc. That's just going to allow you to get that shoulder back in the right spot, allow you to kind of dig deep into the pec and not have everything medial and anteriorly rotated. So that's going to allow you to go ahead and recover from and just get ready to move very much faster and much better as well. So there we go. We're almost caught up. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to keep pumping these out. I really appreciate the support. Pass it around like this, and we'll be able to keep on moving. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.